So, what are we gonna do to make this playthrough of Pokemon Crystal interesting? Because we don't want this to... Oh, I love it! I don't have any Pokeballs, I don't think.
Well, I don't know. I just want to enjoy Pokemon with you, and we happen to be recording at the same time.
Key items. TM, HM. Items, both.
I guess I don't know, care that much to make it interesting.
This is going to be our Nuzlocke speedrun 360 no-scope 420 Blaze It run.
Wait, are we going to do Nuzlocke?
I don't know how.
Oh, are you interested in doing it? It's not hard. We could start now.
Have we not already messed it up?
No, we haven't.
Am I doing the right thing so far? It's like you have to fight every Pokemon that you encounter, right?
No.
Oh, no?
No.
Oh. I wanted to take a break, so I saved to record my progress.
So...
Breaking the fourth wall!
We'll decide if we're gonna do a Nuzlocke next time.
No, we're not. What, 13 minutes?
Okay, well, fine, okay. Okay, Spoopel. Alright, Spoopel. What? Okay, so Nuzlocke is... It's basically made up rules. It's just one guy that decided, I'm gonna try Pokemon a different way.
Yes, okay. And the rules are...
Pokemon die.
Oh, and then they're gone forever.
If a
you
Pokemon
have to release
faints,
it.
you have to release it.
Yes.
This includes your starter. So if your starter dies, you have to start the game over. If you don't have more Pokemon on you.
Oh, okay.
Depending on, like, again, you set your own rules.
Yeah.
So some people will go without going to
Pokemon centers?
Yes. And only using potions, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Like, only Pokemon centers, no potions.
Or vice versa.
But yeah.
Yeah. So that's like arbitrary, just based on what the person wants to do to make it interesting.
Yes. You have to nickname every Pokemon that you catch.
Oh, so far so good.
And then there's a rule that's like you can only catch the first Pokemon that shows up at each route. And I'm actually a little unclear if that means like you can only catch that type, or like the very first one you see and only that one.
Yeah.
So like the Hoot Hoot, was that like our only chance to get the Hoot Hoot on that route, or can we run into another one and get it? Like that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
but that's what Nuzlocke is. It's basically just setting up our own rules to make it either more challenging or like
interesting for the view. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like oh no, my Totodile fainted.
Yeah,
oh, no.
I would cry.
I mean, if you kind of built that sort of thing, and then it is like a little bit more like you're more invested in it at that point, because it's like, oh no, I don't want him to go. I just got the map card.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, if you go on that little tour, then he gives you the map card for your thing. And then when we get to, I think we have to go to Goldenrod City before we get the radio. And then when we go to the radio tower, they'll give me the radio. And I'm just going to quickly heal up.
Okay, so have you decided? Are we going to do Nuzlocke or not?
I'm a little bit interested in the, like, you know, if the Pokemon faints, then we release it. I'm a little interested in that. I might want to do that.
Okay. But you don't want to do, like, the catching rule or anything? Because that's another... I mean, you already are very sparse on catching anyway. But, like, that's another thing that makes it... It's supposed to make it more personal. Like, that was your only shot.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, if I... Well, I don't think I can get Pokeballs at Cherry Grove City that I just passed through. I'll check really quickly. Sorry, let me just kill this Poliwag.
He's cute. So I was watching. Okay, so on Mondays, my least favorite work shift. Because I only do them on Monday.
Yes.
And all of the other days, I work my shift. Like, it's basically my shift.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't like talking to people as much because I'm already in like a sour mood because I don't want to be working that shift.
Yeah.
So I've started listening to Game Grumps play Fire Red.
Yes. Oh, I learned Rage
while working.
Oh yeah.
So basically, I can't watch it. So I basically just podcast it into my ear holes.
I've done that. Like oh yeah, I can't get.
I think you have to go see Oak first, talk to him, go back, and then you start your official journey.
Yeah. I was just wondering if they sold Pokeballs here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in the next town. But one of like Oak or Elm's aides will give me like 5 Pokeballs.
I was totally saying something about.
You were like podcasting.
Yeah, and I had a point, but I don't remember now.
They're playing Fire Red.
I know.
We're playing Crystal.
Yeah.
This is my favorite Pokemon game. I
really like Emerald.
Okay. So I have Macho. I have mad nostalgia goggles for this game. So I'm kind of seeing everything in this game through like rose-colored glasses. And I feel like because the first generation of Pokemon games came out like when I was like hardly even old enough to really understand what was happening. I did have Pokemon Yellow and Red, and like Pokemon Red was the first game that I played and the first game that I beat. Like Pokemon Red and Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for the Sega Genesis were my 2 first games ever. Those were my introduction to video games. And I was but a babe when I played Pokemon Red. So a lot of things just kind of went over my head. I mean, I understood the whole battling mechanic and everything, but it's like I couldn't appreciate, you know, just the little things in the game. And when this generation of Pokemon, like the Gold and the Silver and the Crystal came out, I was a little bit older and I was a little bit wiser, and I loved this game to death. So this is like my favorite game in terms of like how the Pokemon games have like touched me throughout my life. But the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, like just I don't know, when I got Sapphire, like not when it came out, but like after it had been out, and then the price dropped a little bit, and then
yeah, me too.
We could like afford it.
Yeah, I got mine used at a GameStop.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got mine used too. Like it had this. It still does. It's sitting over there. It has like this nasty, like really grimy, gross GameStop like tag that was put on the back of it.
Oh.
Like I think either me or someone in my family like tried to scratch it off, but now there's just this nasty residue on it. And in terms of like art, like the graphics and the music even, the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald was like just when it came out, it was like, to me it was really, really revolutionary. I mean, that's the music, like it was the first time that I really had heard like it wasn't all like 8-bit like this is, and it's like, well, there's like little beeps and boops going on, but then in Sapphire it's like, wow, like that actually sounds like a piano that's being played.
That's why people were freaking out when Omega and Alpha were coming out. Like everyone is like, I can hear the horns, like do 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 do.
Yeah,
like, that was like a meme going on. Was like the like U.S. Nintendo head and like the Hoenn horns.
Yeah.
Like, It was a ongoing joke, and I don't know, I feel the same. Like, there was a lot of draw for me. Whereas, like, Crystal, I had, because I had rented it at, like, a Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
And I really...
Hollywood Video.
Yeah. I really, really liked it. But, you know, it was a rental, so we had to return it, and I was really bummed. And my mom, lovely, like, I love her so much. She's so wonderful, and she always did her best to give me things.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Even when she would have a hard time affording it.
Yeah, yeah.
She wanted me to have, like, the little things. And so, like, she would...
This is spaghetti. This is red spaghetti.
Bacon. It's bacon.
It is. So this is bacon, and this is, like, cassettes that are stacked on top of each other.
Wonderful.
Yes, I love it.
But she ended up getting me Crystal, which is the one that I ended up giving you, which now we own together.
Yeah.
But yeah, she gave me this, and, you know, it was when I was really young, so I never saw any, like, advertisements for anything.
Yeah.
I just got it because I liked Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, I watched the show, I had all the cards and stuff, I had toys, and I wanted to play the game.
Yes.
But
Understandably so.
it was different for Ruby and Sapphire. And I really wanted those games. Like, I saw the advertisements on TV, and I saw, like, the, you know, like, when they did the live-action with the game advertisements, and you saw the live-action people with, like, the bit Pokemon.
Yes.
And I would see, like, Duskull and stuff, and...
Oh, I love Duskull.
I do, too. And I really
Here's my
wanted it.
rival.
I saw it, and I really wanted it.
Ooh, I should have healed up.
And, like, you know, you'd
Fuck.
go to, like, stores... like Fred Meyer, which is in Washington, well, exclusively, I don't know.
It's like the Pacific Northwest exclusive.
Yeah.
Also Canada. We're French Canadian, by the way.
No, we're not.
Well, according to Jake and Tom, we're French Canadian.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were playing Bloodborne, and then they were talking about us.
Oh.
And they were talking about how we're French Canadian,
Oh.
or something like that.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't get the reference because I work all day, and then I go to school, and then I come home and I cry. I'm just kidding.
You don't cry.
I don't cry.
I cry.
I know. But I would go to, like, you know, stores like that, and you know how in the game section they have demos and stuff for the games? They had demos for Ruby and Sapphire all the time.
Yeah, they did.
And I loved it, and I wanted it. But again, my mom could not afford it. She was a single mom. She did her best. And then she got this really, really awesome job. And then Emerald came out, and it was, like, the best of everything. And I was like, holy Jesus God, this is my chance. And I did a little, you know, like, recon, and I called some game crazies when that was still a thing.
Oh, fucking game.
Yeah.
EB Games.
It's still a thing.
Kind of, but they're being snuffed out.
And GameStops and stuff. And I asked them, like, do you have any used emeralds? And one of them did. And I asked my mom, I was like, okay, can I get an advance on my allowance? Can I just help out around, get whatever you need done? Like, oh my God, I tried my best to weed the garden outside, but then I started crying because there were spiders everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I like spiders.
And then she got it for me. And I feel like...
Should it be Hogan or Hulk?
Hogan.
Okay. Sorry, as you were.
No, it's okay. And, yeah, I was really invested. I already really, really wanted it, and I knew I was going to love it. And I don't know, the cartridge is a really beautiful color, and like you said, like, the art style is really beautiful, and the colors were so bright and vibrant. And
it wasn't any of this, like, like there can only be, you know, 3 or 4 different colors on the same palette at one screen at one time kind of shit.
And it was at that point, you know, I was young enough that I didn't frequent the internet as much.
Yeah.
I mean, I had only, like, at the time, this is at the time.
I didn't even think I had access to internet from home when I was at that age.
YouTube had just come out. Like, people were talking about, like, the Generation Dance guy and shit.
Yeah.
And, like, the two Asian students that would, like, lip sync in sync in their dorm room and stuff. Like, it had just come out.
Yes.
And so did Emerald. So that's, like, the time that I got it. So I didn't know any of the new Pokemon. And so I would see them and I would be, like, really exciting. And, like, oh my god, look at this one. And I remember, like, seeing Kecleon and I was, like, it was so exciting. It was so great. And I finished it because, I don't know, I didn't lose interest. I didn't get upset with it. I, like, trained with my buds. Which, I mean, my Pokemon, because I didn't have any friends.
No, I didn't have very many friends growing up myself either.
So, I don't know. I just really love Emerald. And I would love to play it sometime.
Yeah, we totally should.
If we could ever. Because that one is still my favorite. It's just so great.
Yeah.
It's just so great.
Like, I have different favorite Pokemon games for different things. Consistently, though, like... I don't know. I judge everything based on music. I'm a musician. I hope you liked my stupid fucking harmonica playing.
It was so good. It was so cute.
But yeah, I judge everything, like, because video games are, like, they're a multimedia thing.
Yeah.
Much like theater, like musical theater, film is. And so I judge these things a lot based on music. Because, you know, I can be critical about music because I kind of know what I'm talking about a little bit, but consistently, the generation of the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald has little musical pieces in that when I very much enjoyed them when I was smaller, and now looking back, there's a lot that from, you know, a theoretical standpoint, there's a lot of interest that's being built, harmonically and melodically, and it is also nearing the 30-minute mark. We've been going at this for a long time. But we'll continue our analysis of the Pokemon games throughout the years
in the next video, in the future, coming at you like Cleopatra, oh yeah!
You just sat there so calm the whole time. You were such a wonderful guest, Macho Man, thank you.
No problem. See you next time. Oh yeah.